What's up, man? Sub Z in the car going to work. It's pouring down, raining, and I just wanted to kind of address a subject right quick with you guys. I'm gonna leave this. This is my first time going live. Like, well, my second time going live. I don't really use this. I don't really use this type of. I don't really use it like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me say this, man. I see a few people that's in their feelings because I made a video. Let me put my damn seatbelt on. Lord have mercy. I see a few people that's in their feelings because I said that black people are wasting their time voting, right? Let me ask you guys something for a second. What did we get when Barack Obama had his pillow biting ass in there? Huh? What did we get? What did we get for voting like we've never voted before under Barack Obama? We showed up in record numbers for Barack Obama. What did we get? Let's see. Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Sandra Bland. That's what we got. And when Eric Holder was sent to Ferguson, Missouri, right? Let's really look at this and examine the past, because those who don't examine history are doomed to repeat it. I'm sorry, black people, but I got all these people coming in my video comment section talking about, well, I mean, a non-vote is a vote for your candidate you don't like. Like, I think both of them Did you listen to the clip? I know I didn't have my audio set up on the video like I probably should have, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you listen to that damn video, it pretty much, Jason Black was just saying, look, a vote for a Democrat is a vote for white supremacy as well. And I had somebody come in the comment section talking about, well, we need to protect our judges, and like, niggas is getting fucked up everywhere. Name a state. Look what happened to Bill Cosby. That was under some damn Democrat. That was a Democrat that went at Bill Cosby. Fuck y'all talking about, man. Y'all need to stop that shit, man. That was a black woman that's fucking with Meek Mills in Philly. Y'all need to stop it with that bullshit talking about we need to protect our elected officials. I'm gonna say this, man. I've said this on damn near 1,000 videos, but people, I don't know, maybe you know what? I got a 2-year-old son. It's like when I tell him to come here, I have to tell him 50 times. And he finally comes to me after I done said it 50 times. Let me say this right here, man. Politics is ran by money. Dr. Claude Anderson said it best. He said, vote. People always tell me to go out and vote. Vote for what? That's what he said. Vote for what? He said, politics is ran by money. You have to control the industries and businesses in your community. Then he talked about rent and leasing politicians, paying politicians. Then you affect the court system. Then you affect the penal system, the actual, not the court system, the police and all that different stuff. Then you affect the education system. That's what he was talking about. It's different floors to it, man. Black people want to do shit backwards. You going to vote. Let me tell you what voting is like. This is my rendition of what a vote really means to me. A vote is like if I'm an Uber driver, right? 2 people get in my car, right? One guy gets in my car, he ain't got no money. He want to go uptown. I'm going to look at him like, yeah, all right. Right, okay. The other guy gets in my car, he want to go downtown. He got money. Guess where the car going? Down. That's politics. Black people are the only people that refuse to see that they are failing. Our report card is fucked up. You got people that actually think we've made progress. Social progress is not progress. It became politically expedient for us to get social progress, for us to get key token positions, for black women to do shit like they do in a lot of these positions. It's politically expedient for black women to be where they are in a lot of these positions, for Keisha Lance Bottoms and Stacey Abrams to be where they are. We gotta wake up, man. I don't give a damn. Look, I can lose subscribers. I don't give a damn. I really don't. I'm just being honest. That shit's stupid, man. When black folks, anytime and it's the thing, like, what get me about a lot of us, we want to act like we see the problems with the Democrats. But, I see the problems with the Democrats, but I mean, we got to stop Trump. Like, I'm sorry. I don't even give a damn about Trump. Like, I don't. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm a pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Trump. Trump do a lot of dumb shit. I'm just not like super anti-Trump and pro-Democrat. I'm not finna be pimped, man. I'm not finna let you pimp me to go vote these motherfuckers in. They haven't given us anything. They haven't told us specifically, what are you doing for black people? The Republicans and the Democrats, the establishment Republicans and the establishment Democrats are anti-Trump. Primarily, a big piece of it is because of this damn immigration bullshit. These motherfuckers, George Soros has paid. Everybody don't act like they don't know this shit. George Soros has paid a caravan of illegals to march up in this motherfucker. And the Democrats and the Republicans are championing them to come up in here and take jobs from black folks. And black folks, instead of us saying, you know what, I think it's good if Trump build a wall and stop them motherfuckers from coming up here. I think it's good. Y'all instead of that, what y'all doing? Y'all going out there and playing the game. Look, I'm under no delusions. So don't come in my comment section under these videos today and talk shit. The Democrats gonna probably take both houses of the damn House and the Senate. But that shit need to happen. It's gonna swing like a pendulum. I've seen this shit 1,000 times. Everybody keep talking about go vote. I ain't voting for shit. And don't call. And then one nigga come in there talking about, well, I ain't surprised you not voting. You believe in what he said, Sky Daddy. Like, nigga, Sky Daddy? Because I had to think, like, what do you mean Sky Daddy? Oh, God? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, that's another, you're right. I do believe in God. That's why I can't vote for a party that's pushing homosexuality. I can't vote for a party that's with Margaret Sanger and all of them out here about killing our children, man. I ain't with that. You're right. You got me. I believe in Sky Daddy. So that's another reason why I'm not voting. I'm sure as hell not voting for them. And I'm going to tell you something. I do believe a lot of Republicans are racist. You got me. A lot of Republicans are racist. A lot of Republicans don't give a damn about black people. I'll be the first one to say it. A lot of them don't. I don't give a shit. What my thing is this, man. And I told somebody, I said, I can deal with a Klansman because I know what the fuck he doing. But if I put somebody in there and black folks, see, under Obama, whether y'all know it or not, y'all bent over and grabbed the ankles for Obama. We was getting shot, stabbed, and everybody was saying, well, this cause Obama's in there. You the president, what the fuck? You sent the dude when Mike Brown got shot, you had video footage of people that were standing there seconds after the gunshots, and they said he had his fucking hands up. They said it. So it's clear to me that even the white people that were there, those two white guys, you can go look this shit up. They were standing right there, and they said he had. Why'd he shoot him? That's what they said. And what happened? Eric Holder went in there and said, well, man, Officer Darren Wilson didn't do nothing. And the only time, that's the thing, like, I'm like, damn, man, black folks, every time we lose with this political shit, we always get the short end of the stick. And when we go to politics, this is the dumb shit I don't understand about us. When we go to politics, when we go and try to interact with politics, and I know somebody probably in there talking shit, you can kiss my ass. I don't give a shit. Fuck all y'all. If you coming in here talking shit, calling me stupid, fuck you. Real talk. If you ain't, more power to you. You can disagree. I respectfully, I don't have no problem with people that disagree with me. I don't. I have a problem with people that are disrespectful. So it is what it is. But when it comes to when Michael Brown happened, and that shit happened with Eric Holder talking about, I was like, what the fuck? Eric Holder went in there and said that dude wasn't guilty? Fuck out of here. Tamir Rice. See what I'm saying? Everybody woke and cut, all big LeBron fans and shit. When Tamir Rice got shot, he's too big for, that's bigger than me. I'm like, wait a minute, but you cool, but you out here talking about Trump though. Like, nigga, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's all just a damn like chess game for people. And we don't see it. Black people always get the short end of the politics. This is our mindset. When we come to politics, the main mindset that we have is a mindset of, you know what? I'm gonna come to the table getting food stamps, Section 8, and welfare. I'm gonna come to the table and negotiate for the smallest, things that really aren't going to empower. Even education. I'm gonna go ahead and go there. Education, jobs. That's good, but that's like education and jobs handle symptoms of where we are. You really want to speak truth to power and empower black people, damn it, we need resources. We need businesses. We need land. We need hard assets, things that can be counted and measured. That's what we need. We don't need more black people out here being emotional and voting for people because of what happened with our ancestors. Maybe our ancestors made a mistake when it come to voting 100% for some people, and then it's another thing. This would get me. They ran the House and the Senate for 45 years, up until 1994 with the contract with America with Newt Gingrich, when they finally lost the House and the Senate. But that was up until 1994 that they had everything. Why? For 45 years going back from 94, they had the House and the Senate. What did we get? Crack epidemic, education flipped on its ear. We were better off educationally before they had the House and the Senate. When they got the House and the Senate, in every metric that you measure, the black family was destroyed, you name it. Black women started having record abortions. 50% of children were born out of wedlock. I think it was approaching 60% back in about 94. So, I mean, what did we benefit from it? If anything, when they had the House and the Senate, we suffered. I'm not saying it's better under Republicans either, but I want you to spit your Willie Lynch chip out. Please do that before you come on my channel making these comments, because it's Willie Lynchism disguised as, well, you helping Trump. Like, oh, so when you say Trump, I'm supposed to shudder and get scared. I don't give a shit. We was getting shot under Obama too. And Obama was quiet. We was getting choked. A lot of shit was going on under him. Nobody had nothing to say. But now we supposed to be scared because Trump. I'm getting tired of people coming in, whipping up people's emotions and shit just to get them to vote a certain way. They hadn't promised us anything. All they got to say is Trump, and I go out and vote. You better kiss my ass. You better come with some real tangibles. And they not coming with them. They not coming with them because there is no black agenda. There is no black agenda. Real talk. There isn't one. I know people say there is. You got people that believe that. What's the black agenda? Most black people haven't been to jail, people. So the black agenda is not, and look, I believe there should be prison reform, which both parties are trying to tackle that issue now. So, but my thing is this. What is it that is the black agenda? Because the black agenda, contrary to popular belief, most black people haven't been, most black men haven't been to jail. Sorry. So I'm sorry. I mean, so what's it gonna do for the black man out here, the working black man? If you're a working black man, you really don't have no reason to vote. Because you're really voting to empower the gynocracy, matriarchy, whatever you want to call it. That's what you're voting for. These black women are getting in these positions. All this homosexual shit that you see. If you look at the last video I put up, Stacey Abrams, all that shit Stacey Abrams is doing is a good example of why we should not vote right there. Because Stacey Abrams get her ass in. She very super ultra pro-homosexual. You see what I'm saying? Jason Black said her and Keisha Lance are lesbians. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was at first because I was like, damn, is this lady a lesbian? Because I saw her going so hard for the homosexuals. I was like, damn. I'm like, but most black people they don't give a damn about what black people want. Black folks don't want all that gay shit. Most of us don't. Black women do, but black men don't. And a substantial amount of black women don't either. But do they care? Hell no. They don't care. They still pulling that shit. You know why? Because like I said, that Uber, when they got in the Uber, they had money we didn't. They had Jewish money behind them. I know people say you shouldn't say Jewish. I'm going to say Jewish. And I'm going to say white supremacy and racism as well. You know what I'm saying? And act like the Jews aren't doing a lot of dastardly stuff. And we're supposed to just say just white supremacy because a lot of times black people will give Jews a pass on some shit. But it's a lot of manipulation that they're doing in our communities. Namely, with this shit, they taking over the South. Like the Birmingham mayor is gay, right? That guy got in there. Don't nobody know. He snuck in there. We got people, and these people are changing certain things. I'm going to tell you the primary reason I don't want Stacey Abrams in there. I'm going to be real with you. Since y'all want to say, okay, he's a Republican. I'm not a Republican, but let me say this. I can't be Republican when I'm a black man and no. So fuck out of here with that. But let me say this right here. I got a 2-year-old, right? Right now he in daycare. I was thinking about moving to another area and putting him in an area where, in a good education system in a nice area. I'm scared now because I'm like, once her ass get in there, she super homosexual. Like She's super pro-homosexual. So I'm sorry, my kid is going to be going to a school where they're going to be indoctrinating that bullshit. And I'm scared they might fuck around and do child protective services if I say something about it. So I'm gonna have to basically pay for schooling till he 18 years old. I'm gonna have to, because there's no way in hell I'm sending him to a school in Alabama. I mean, in Georgia. It would have been nice if I could move to a nice area and send him in a nice quality education system. You can't do that shit. You can't. Not with her ass in there. So no, I'm sorry. I don't want her in there, and that's why. That's one of the biggest reasons why. You know what I'm saying? Also, when it comes to these Hispanics taking the jobs, Keisha Lance Bottoms is doing a big disservice to the people of Atlanta. Atlanta's mostly black when it comes to Atlanta in Fulton County. But when it comes to metropolitan Atlanta, it's a huge number of Hispanics up here. This next census is going to tell a story in 2020. You're going to see what I'm talking about. In 2020, you're going to see how they taking over Atlanta. And black people, we talking about it's the black Mecca, Atlanta's going to always be black. No, it's not. These folks coming over here popping out 8 and 9 babies at a time. I'm talking about they popping them out like rabbits. Y'all don't get it, man. And I'm thinking these people are our competition. They coming over here like that. If you go listen to that video Jason Black did, Jason Black made a good point. He was talking, and the most powerful point on that video that I noticed was that when that guy, the Hispanic guy who called up and said, I'm a black Dominican, right? And he made a lot of key points, and I wish Jason Black had kept him on there, because that guy made a point. He's like, we come in your neighborhoods and we don't commit crime and we kick you out your neighborhood. He literally said that shit. He's like, we come and kick you out your neighborhoods and we don't commit crime. These motherfuckers ain't our friends. How many times I got to tell y'all that shit? And see, that's the thing. Like, black folks will come and like that video when I say we don't have no friends, and then come in and support people coming in and being and trying to act like they're our friends and co-opting our movements, our agendas, everything. The black agenda has been co-opted by white liberals, homosexuals, Hispanics, everybody that's anti-black. And when I say, hey man, don't vote. You scared. You scared to stay home because you know when it's all said and done, you would hate to see Trump. I'm like, what he gonna do? What he gonna do? Like, we already fucked up. My thing, look, and I know, and let me get this straight, like on that state and local level, right? You can't affect change. I gotta say that every video, otherwise everybody came and made that comment. Like I done said that on a ton of videos, but I guess I didn't. I neglected to say that yesterday. So let me state that on a state and local level, you can make a difference. But let's look at a state level, Stacey Abrams in the state of Georgia. Let's look at the state level with Gillum in Florida. Like what Jason Black showed some stuff. Them pictures I put up there with Jason Black showing you Gillum sitting on a boat all hugged up with some dudes. Hey, Trojan horses. Black people don't understand how many Trojan horses do we need to get before we understand and recognize that a black person in blackface is not necessarily pro-black and having a pro-black agenda. They do not. I can't name, you could probably name the guys that really did something for black people, and most of those guys are in jail, okay? What's that guy? Not Richard Arrington. What's the guy in Birmingham? There's another guy in Birmingham that built Vision Land. You guys don't know this if you're not from Birmingham. Vision Land is an amusement park that a black guy built for in Bessemer, Alabama, right? And this guy, and he had an outlet mall built out there in Bessemer, which is like supposed to be the hood, right? But it was in a nice area. He built it out there, and it was generating all types of revenue. Well, guess what happened? They locked his ass up. He in jail over. Guess what he in jail for? He's still in jail right now over taking some damn suits for, I think it's bribery or some shit. For suits. He in jail right now, right? So what's that tell you? You know what I'm saying? Whenever you do something for black people, it's a penalty. There's a reason why when these black candidates get up there, they are scared to say black. They are scared to say they're going to do something specifically for blacks. They scared. And you know what you dumb niggas, they got y'all so pimped out. You know what they tell you? Well, he can't say nothing about black because if he do, he won't get elected. That's offensive. That's divisive. He's just going to get in there and then he's going to do something for us through osmosis of, we're just going to live vicariously through him and he's going to do things for us by proxy. Shit, no, he ain't. If he don't specifically tell you, look, I'm getting in and I'm kicking these Hispanics out your neighborhoods. I'm stopping these Hispanics from taking your jobs. I'm trying to get you in here. And because, look, I'm speaking up for people that got low income jobs, low skilled labor. That's predominantly black. So when a Mexican jumps the fence, they're predominantly gonna take those jobs. So that is your competition marching towards you, people. I don't know why we still think that for some reason that these people are coming up here. And that's the thing. Like, I know black women that are happy that those Hispanics are coming because they vote Democrat. She said they vote Democrat. I actually talked to a chick. And every damn 5 seconds, she posted on Facebook, Democrats this, Democrats that, this is why you need to vote. This. And I asked, I said, why is it good that the caravan of people are coming up here? These people are low-skilled laborers. Who is the low-skilled laborer in America right now? Black people. So this is your competition marching up here, right? So why is that good? Tell me why that's good. And she was like, they vote Democrat, which thereby gets more things funneled in our direction. I'm like, you dumb as hell. You dumb as hell. You think, okay, so they gonna vote Democrat and that's gonna help you get what you want? Really? Tell you something. This chick, I ain't trying to put her out there. I ain't gonna say her name. This chick is she gets disability. She's on Section 8. So she really believes in the government like you wouldn't believe. And she talks a lot of that independent shit too. She getting child support. I'm just being honest. That's what it is, man. That's what she's about. I know that. I don't want to go there. I know a lot of people get upset when you say that shit. That's what it is. So for her, the system staying like it is, for her, is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's saying anything about immigration destroying the black community. And I saw a comment on that just a second ago because I just picked it up. But immigration is destroying the black community. That's the problem. Immigration has destroyed the black community. And then when you say something to folks and try to say, hey man, maybe this ain't a good idea for us to be all supportive of illegal immigration. Good example. What university is that? I think it's Cornell or one of them. The black students had a protest because they're upset because of all the they were upset because of all of the African-born immigrants. And shout out to the Africans if you have a Pan-African mindset. I get it. I'm cool with you. I don't hate Africans or Caribbeans. I don't hate them. But what I'm saying is a lot of them come over here and they ain't on that shit. A lot of them are coming over here like, fuck African Americans. Don't you bring a black nigga home. Get you a white man. A lot of those are the ones that's going to Harvard, Yale, and Cornell. I have a friend that was a dorm director up there at Harvard. He told me, man, it's a lot of black girls up there that go to Harvard and can't find a man because the black Africans get up there and all they want is white women. You damn right, Channel M. Black people are too damn friendly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Sister Lydia. That's what I'm saying. That sister, she's not. When I see Oprah, let me tell y'all a good measuring stick. Anything Barack Obama pillow biting ass coming up here to tell you to do the opposite. If you can't vote Republican, don't. I ain't saying vote Republican. Stay home. Don't vote for. Ain't no way in hell I would vote for no damn woman. The first time I saw her ass, when I say that lady, I thought she was gay. I was like, oh, there's no way she's gonna get the nomination. She got the nomination. Like, what the fuck? That's when I started saying, okay, it's a secret strategy in the South right now. It's a strategy in the South. It's a strategy going on in the South right now. They putting a lot of gay, homosexual blacks in these positions. And when you gay, you might as well be a white supremacist. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. If you gay, you might as well be white supremacist. If you gay, in my mind, you've been neutralized. When a person's gay, what you've basically done is strip them of a family, every hair. Because you got to think, and I know people. Some guy got mad because I used the Bible in my last video. I'm gonna keep doing it, nigga. You got a problem? Sub-Zero 3639. But I'm gonna say this. One guy, you got all types of lineage, right, in the Bible by Abraham and Ishmael, right? So let's look at this. When you look at Ishmael and Jacob, but when you look at what's the name of it? When you get a person to become gay, you really strip that person of their future, their heritage, their legacy, all that. We don't think like that. So you know what I'm saying? So to me, that whole thing, you like, well, man, Can't nobody make you gay. Like, let me tell you something. This is just, I know nobody wants to say this, but this is the elephant in the room with a lot of these homosexuals. A lot of homosexuals have been molested, man. A lot of them. Most of them. I know, just about everybody I know that's gay has been molested, right? I don't think that's by happenstance. I know they got this little article from some university that some guy put out saying that's not true. That's a lie, man. That's a lie. Don't tell me those folks have not. If you gay, you've been molested. There's a high propensity or chance in your life that you've been molested, right? So there's some psychological issues that are going on, right? I don't even have to say that every gay person is mentally ill. But what I'm saying is this, man. When you talk about you pro-black, there's no way in hell you can be gay. In the sense that, and this is what I mean. Just like when people talk about you can't be pro-black and sleeping with white women. Some brothers say you can. I'm just telling you, that's what they say. Right? I tend to lean that way too. Like, I tend to. Now, you can do some things to help black people, though. So I'm not going to just say, I'm not going to throw people under the bus, but it's hard to, because you got to think, man, if you're a multi-billionaire, and you got money and you got things going for you, then chances are you're going to be, your wealth and stuff like that is going to go to the white community. That's one of the biggest things I always say, why I'll never be with a white woman. But one of the biggest problems I have with it when it comes to this whole homosexual thing is it really takes people away from reproducing black children, reproducing black families. So to me, that's why I have a problem. It's a myriad of reasons why I have a problem with it. And it's not always just homosexuals. I believe it's a sinful lifestyle. It ain't just that. Which I do, but I think there's more to it than that. And I think that there's a push in the South right now and in the Democrat Party for black people to get in that are either gay or they're secretly pro-homosexual to the point. How do I know? Because I have family members that are in government, that are elected officials that tell me. I got Democrat and Republican family members that tell me this homosexual stuff about to take over. It's about to take, I'm telling you, bro, they coming in, it's a lot of money coming in behind it. Like, I'm from Montgomery, they got the ACLU, the Southern Poverty Law Center, all that shit is based, well, not the ACLU, but they got a office there. And they got the Southern Poverty Law Center has an office there. And those people, they greatly behind that shit. They came at one of my family members because he asked a question and abstained on Rite Aid. Rite Aid was coming to try to get a business permit. And he knew that Rite Aid was with that unisex bathroom stuff, which, come on now. And so he said, well, look, before I vote for this, I have to know more about, are they going to try to have a unisex bathroom? Because we're not with that. And I'm not with that, right? Just because he said that, they sent him a big book threatening to sue him because he was he made a homophobic comment. Some they said, this is what they said to him. I'm telling you the gospel truth. This is who black people have aligned themselves with, right? So then, what's his name? I never forget when they passed gay marriage. I went down there with my brother. There was a defensive marriage rally thing they had at the Capitol, right? Because Montgomery's the capital. So as I'm going there, we go down there and this dude is up there because these people was them pro-homosexual ACLU liberal folks was up there and they looking and saying crazy stuff. And me, I ain't built like this. So I'm looking like, looking at them crazy, right? So he was like, man, don't look at him, just ignore him, So one of these dudes walk up to my brother and he said, man, look, let me show you what they after. He said, now that they've gotten marriage through, let me show you what they're trying to do. He opens up this book, right? And he shows like Man and NAMBLA and all that. I know folks know about NAMBLA, right? The Man and Boy Lovers Association, NAMBLA, whatever the name of it is, right? He shows that. And then he also showed where they're coming after the kids and how they're really trying to get and infiltrate schools. He got all this literature. I was like, where you get? He's like, I got this from, he said, a friend of mine used to be involved in it and he got delivered from it. And, but he had all this literature and he gave it to me. He showed me what they were about. In fact, Irritated Genie talked about this on his channel. He got this video about this lady that used to be around here as an activist right here in Atlanta. And she got delivered from that because that ain't supposed to happen, right? You ain't supposed to be able to get delivered from that mess. But anyway, when she did, she came out and she showed all this different stuff as to what they were doing and how they were doing stuff. And she said, I just disagree with it. And they shunned her for it. And so the point I'm trying to make, I'm not just going to dwell on homosexuality because there's a lot of other issues: immigration, homosexuality, abortion. Those are the three pillars of why I can't be a Democrat. You see what I'm saying? That's what. Those are the main three. And then on top of that, I'm gonna give you another reason why why I can't vote that way. And I know a lot of y'all probably never relate to this. I ain't gonna say never relate to this because anybody can do what I'm about to tell you. In 2006, I made $600,000. Right. It took me 3 years prior to get there. It took me years, man. I'm being honest. And when I got there, I was faced. I kind of worked my way around it, but I was literally faced with paying $200,000 in taxes, right, to the federal government. And I sat there, and that'll change the way you look at shit, man. It really will. When you have to write 200 and some odd thousand in taxes to the damn government, you're gonna start looking at wait, for what? Because you gotta understand, I'm from the hood. I was born in the hood, and I was raised. My mom and dad. My dad was a painter, God rest his soul. My mom fixed hair. Nobody gave me no damn silver spoon. I had to budget, struggles, save, struggle just to get, wood and nails to get my first house done and paint and shit. I'm in there going to Lowe's and going to Barnes and Noble reading books how to fix my first house. I fixed my first house. I sell that house. I make some money off that house. And I start rolling in 2006, selling a bunch of properties, doing real good. And then at the end of it, because by 2000, that's when I started. I looked, I was like, well, I'm gonna wait. I didn't really file taxes until 2008, actually. And that's when the housing crisis had happened and stuff like that. And Obama was campaigning. And one of the biggest problems I had with him was he kept talking about fair share, and I was upset because I'm like, wait a goddamn minute, man. What the fuck did you do for me? Where were you when I was struggling to pay this mortgage and almost got foreclosed on? You see what I'm saying? Where were you? Did you come and cut a check? Is there some sort of government program for ancestors of slaves that we can go as black people and get some sort of resources diverted in our direction? Hell no. But now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be all pro-Democrat just because you saying pay your fair share. When he was talking about fair share, I'm looking at I owe $200,000 in taxes, and I'm thinking to myself, at least that's what I didn't know. At least that's what I thought. When I did file, I got it down. But what I'm saying is, I didn't think that was fair, man. And I know you like, well, that's selfish. What about the rest of us? See, that's the thing with black folks. We don't think we gonna win ever. So we like, well, shit, I ain't gonna ever make over $100,000 a year. So shit, fuck it. Sue them, take all their money like that. Let me tell you something. When I did make that $600,000, I employed black men and I had a comedy club. I was employing, at a comedy club, and I was employing sisters. I had a lot of sisters that was waiters. I had brothers that were cooks. It benefited when I got up because I have a passion and love for my people. I gave jobs to people. Brother that was a felon, I gave him a job and employed him for about 3 years straight. He was my main guy, like my foreman. You see what I'm saying? Me and him still cool to this day. So when I hear people say stuff like, well, I mean, the rich need to pay their fair share. I just don't believe in those principles at their fundamental core. I believe in individual freedom and liberty. You should be able to make your money, and they shouldn't have to just take it when they're not giving us shit. The government does not give black people a damn thing for them to be talking about fair share. There should be a clause because I'm a descendant of a slave, and you took my great. Let me tell you something. In 1919, the summer of 1919, there was a riot called the Red Summer. It was like 40 different cities across the South where white people, immigrants, a lot of them were immigrants. Don't let them tell you that bullshit. Came into this country, got their torches and burned down banks and businesses. I had heard about this a long time ago in the 70s because my granddad mentioned that his dad had businesses. They burned down a business that he had. He had a little store and they burned it down back in like a long time when he was a kid. My granddad died at like 98 years old. See what I'm saying? So and that was like in 03. So when he said when he was young, when he died in 03. So he was almost 100 years old when he died. So that he would have been alive to give me some sort of recollection of what really took place back then. And he said that a lot of times that summer, he said, man, what people don't realize, they was going after the businesses and the banks. If you think I'm lying, look it up. Red Summer 1919, look at the map. You will see that they had riots in Montgomery, Alabama, which is where I'm from. See what I'm saying? We are owed compensation for that shit, man. So for me, I don't think the government, like when you talk about, well, you didn't build that, like when Obama made that comment about the bridges and roads, like, wait a minute, you taking, well, I can see if you, when I pay federal taxes, that shit don't even pay for roads. That shit pay for other stuff. You get the taxes. Most of the roads are built from the gas that your ass paying. That's why you paying $1 per gallon of gas going to the government. Your education system's paid for by your, most of the time, not every time, but most of the time by your property taxes. See what I'm saying? We are taxed beyond measure. And I don't think it's fair that you tax the people, especially us. We don't own 90% of the wealth in this country. We don't. So when I hear people talking this shit about, you know, pay their fair share, when I heard that dude Gillum say that shit about paying your fair share, I thought that was unfair. Like, pay my fuck out of here, man. That shit ain't right. Because see, my thing is, even though you're not where you are, see, let me tell y'all something, man. As black people, this is what I believe. I believe that we as black people are the most talented people on the face of the earth. I believe we are the most intelligent when it comes to creative. And I'm not just talking about music and that in sports. I'm talking about in business. If we were ever given an equal playing field, equal footing, there are some brilliant black people out here. But our spirit and the entrepreneurial spirit has been beaten out of us. It has. So now black people are so, we have a low mindset. It's almost like you know, my homeboy was a security guard or a corrections officer. He told me he seen niggas that was street niggas on there, all thugged out when we was growing up. Say them niggas done been turned all the way out. They went around with their shirt tucked up, pulled up like a woman, gay as hell, in prison, right? He was telling me, he said, man, them niggas just, because they couldn't beat certain dudes, they couldn't win in a fight, they just gave up. And they just decided to become whatever, just get turned out. And so when you see this, a mindset, something's turned in their head, like a switch been turned. And when it, now I'm not saying black people are like that, but what I'm saying is black people, that switch has turned in our heads and we believe that we'll never succeed. We can't win that fight. We'll never get out of being, we're going to always be at the economic bottom. That's the thing that I think that we really believe. Otherwise, if you didn't believe that way, you wouldn't operate the way you would, because you would first of all be like, no, I want lower tax rates. I'm going to go out, because see, for me right now, I'm trying to do a house, Lord willing, if everything goes like it's planned, that house, the amount of money I'm going to make on that house, I'm going to have to pay a nice little substantial amount in capital gains tax. I want that shit at 15% and 10% if I can get it there. I don't want it at, so you like, well, you got a vested interest. Why don't you? Shouldn't we all be moving towards economic empowerment? What are we doing? Every black person should be out here right now fighting for economics. Economics is the key. I talked about that earlier a few minutes ago, about that when Dr. Claude talked about the 5 floors of government and how that shit works and how you got to control your economics first. So every black person should be on his economic tip. Everyone, even if it's just investments, you should be doing something. So first thing, you should be very concerned about capital gains. You should be very concerned if Barack Obama was in there, he pushed it up 30%, that should have pissed you off. But we don't invest worth the shit. We don't expect to win. We don't. We expect mediocrity. That's just real. So I'm sorry. I want lower capital gains taxes. I want, and even with this right here, this is where while I'm not a Republican, I'm for individual freedom and liberty for real. See, I think Republican parties are hypocrites. You're for individual freedom and liberty until it comes to the tyrannical police. Then you quiet. That's why I can't fuck with them. I can't fuck with them. I got a son. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna ever be a Republican on that tip. But when it comes to the principles, of, you know, what people believe in and stuff like that, I believe in small government and stuff like that. But see, black people, we think that anytime you lower taxes, because think about it, what they're saying is we're weak, we'll never be self-sustaining. Malcolm X, the stuff I'm saying is what Malcolm X said. We're weak. You ain't got to go look at all the speeches. Go look at, I'm not in the nation. I respect the nation though. But one thing I saw that I like is when a brother joins the nation, he'll want to get off welfare. He'll want to get a job and support his family. He'll want to be independent. He doesn't want any government help. That's what I'm about. That's 90% of what I'm talking about. I don't want government help or interference in raising my kids. I don't want government help or interference in my business or anything that I'm trying to do. I feel like in light of what we've been through as black people in this country, we should not have to deal with the burden of high taxes whenever we do see any level of success. Because I believe, unlike a lot of people that are on YouTube and a lot of people in my comment section, I believe black people can and will succeed if given the opportunity economically. Let me go, man. I got to go upstairs, man. I done got off on a tangent, but I had to come out and say a few things. I wanted to come out and say a few things on that video because I saw people coming in the comment section. You ain't voting. They ain't go like shit, man. You want me to vote? You really want, like, not voting is not going to stop any damn thing right now. Right now, black people, I'm going to say this and I'm going to end the video. Black people right now, voting shouldn't be on the black agenda. It really shouldn't. What should be on the black agenda right now, if you want to vote in a little city council, whatever, let's do that. But I would abstain from national and sometimes state elections. And if I'm going to vote for a state election, I damn sure wouldn't vote for people like Stacey Abrams. So you really need to do your homework. That's number one. Number two, black people, your agenda right now should be number one, top priority in the black agenda, in the black community is economics. That should be number one. If you can't economically get ahead, first thing you need to do, step one, get a mortgage. Get a house, get a mortgage in a nice area. It doesn't have to be, pay your mortgage, right? Because right now, mortgages are cheaper than rent. You could get a damn $200,000 house for about $800-900 right now. You ain't, if a house is worth $200, it's renting for about $1,600-1,700. I'm telling you what I know in Atlanta. Now, I don't know about these other cities, but these people are getting exorbitant rents right now for houses in the hood. That's number one. Number two, get life insurance. You ain't got all this stuff I'm telling you right now is not about guaranteed wins. It's just about getting ahead and pushing the black agenda forward so that when you die, you actually leave something tangible. Everything I'm saying is tangible. Get what I'm saying? Things that can be counted and measured. All right. Number three, if I were you guys, I said, let me just go back and recap. Get life insurance. Number one was get a mortgage, get a house. You know what I'm saying? Of course, first of all, you got to fix your credit. That's where education and jobs do come in. But and one of the biggest things we need to stop doing is going to school majoring in, I know this pisses people off, stop majoring in psychology and history and criminal justice. Go look at the math and sciences and start. See, this is like, when we want to really fix stuff, we have to kind of look and do a self-assessment. The average black person spends 30 minutes a day in high school studying for their homework. Math takes hours. It takes you an hour just to do your math homework. The average Asian, who they not screaming about voting in politics, they starting to jump into it, but they coming from a position of power. But they've been here for years. They hadn't been saying nothing. Why? Because they spend 3-4 hours a night doing their homework, right? Then they jump out there, and when they get into politics, they're able to make a change. I mean, when they get out there, they're coming from a position of power. When they want something, they just cut a check. That's the most powerful position to be in. Look, man, I'll make a campaign contribution for $20,000. I need you to do this. I need you to vote this way. I need you. That's how you control. You rent or lease politicians. This is that second flow that Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about. But in order to get there, we need to start understanding we can't, if we're afraid of math, we're not ready for the 21st century. If we're afraid of math, we will be the underbelly of society probably for another 100 years. I'm just going to tell you. Black people need to stop being afraid of math. We need to start going to college and stop majoring in dumb shit and start getting college degrees that really matter. Go to the Occupational Outlook Handbook. There's a book, but also you can go to the website, occupationaloutlook.gov. Go in there and look and see which jobs pay the most and what you have to do to get there and what is the demand. See, stuff like that so we can increase our income. So even though jobs can't be passed down, degrees can't be passed down, at least if we're going to work, we need to be making $85,000, $90,000 a year on average. We should be. That's not shit to me. That's not to me, but that's not shit to the average white person. We should be able to do that and stop with these boogeyman scenarios. Well, if we do that, white supremacy is going to change. No, nigga, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I go work with people all the time. My black country ass walk in there because they need to win. White people want to win in business, bro. We got to stop just giving white supremacy this status. White people like to win in business. So they will give your ass a job. If you black, if you come in there and you show that you are a great engineer, doctor, or a damn IT programmer, you know how to program in code, don't tell me they won't hire your ass. They'll hire, they might hate your fucking guts and not speak to you in the hallway. Because I got motherfuckers like that right now where I'm at. But I don't give a shit. They still want to win. They want to win, man. So they'll be like, well, shit, if we don't get this guy, the next company's gonna get him. He's damn good. He understands how to code. He understands this. They'll give you a job. One of my guys that shout out to Mark, if you're listening. Mark is one of my students. I train Mark. Mark right now just got a job. And he's making, I ain't gonna say what, but he's making double what more than what the national average for the average black person's income is. How did he do it? He came and studied, he took my course, and now he's doing well, he's flourishing. So look, I'm gonna go upstairs, man. Y'all have a good one. God bless you.